Hi guys. Don't know why it's gone like that. Who knows? Right. Advice for anybody becoming a or wanting to become a prison officer. Firstly, I would say you're mad, but if you're set, then that's what you're going to do. Um, I would just say go in there with an open mind. Don't be too judgmental. That's difficult, I know, but being judgmental isn't good. And also, I would say the biggest thing that you should take into account is your attitude. Because if you walk up there with attitude, you're just gonna stick out like a sore thumb, and somebody will remember you, and in time to come, that will go against you. But I think we do need a lot more prison officers with that are understanding. Obviously, a lot of prisoners in jail are there to be punished. Or so that's what they say. I don't know. Actually being punished and going to prison, being there is punishment. Should you actually be punished whilst you're there? Should they, like stopping the smoking and all? I disagree with that. That's caused a lot of violence in the prison system. It's also caused a lot of other drugs to come out of the woodwork, like the spice and that shit there. That we'll do a video about that after this, because I do have some horrible stories with that. But yeah, becoming a prison officer isn't something I personally would want to do if I were in a position to do it. But yeah, I mean, I met a prison officer. I actually was asked some questions by some prison officers when I was serving my 2 years back in 2004. One of the guys just stuck out. He was asking a lot of questions. Well, over the years of me doing prison sentences, I got to know him, and he was now he's an SO at Bullingdon, and it's a horrible piece of work. But when I think about how he started out, it was shocking, the change. So yeah, that is my. I think for any officer, he has to have the right attitude, because I know officers that wouldn't spit on you if you're on fire. And in my opinion, what good are they? What good, apart from locking doors, undoing them, and surely to God, rehabilitation should be at the helm of everything they do. But they just don't give a shit. But I've got a funny feeling things are going to change in the prison service, because if they don't, there'll be a lot of sackings, won't there? Anyway, yeah, very excited. Anyway, yes, there are other things that. So, like, I remember a prison officer. It's only a young guy, small guy, at Bullingdon, and every request or every order he gave to cons on this particular wing I was on, it was fuck off or do it yourself or laughed at him. And he said to me, "You're one of the only prisoners who do what I fucking tell them to do." So a couple of days later, a couple of training screws come round. Sorry, I call them screws. That's just what they are. Anyway, a couple of training screws come round. And they said, "Can we ask you about this officer?" I said, "I don't mind." He said, "There's only questions about, is he doing anything wrong?" I said, "Well, personally, no. Is his size, when he tells you to do something, and because he's a small bloke, do you think, is that anything to do with, No, I said, it's nothing to do with anything. It's just, the people he asks are just, I suppose, pricks, idiots, So if somebody asks you to do something in the prison, you don't do it, then, you're set to tell them to fuck off all the time, then, everybody to their own and all that, but it's just not my way, just being, I like to be polite until I'm upset. Anyway, yes. So, I got on pretty well with him. He's all right. Now he's a gym screw at Bullingdon and doing pretty well. But but there are plenty of stories like that about when officers start off, they don't do so well, or they don't settle in so well, and over the years they do. But he was lucky I stuck up for him, really, in a way. But yeah, and there are other officers at Bullingdon I respect. I mean, they've moved on now, like Samways, Mr. Samways. I thought he was a very decent SO. Basil Gazy, if he's still alive, he was a brilliant officer. Yeah, I'd be sitting here all day trying to remember their names, you know. But yeah, respect to them officers at Bullingdon. That's a lot of them, because you know a lot of them are good, you know, but they have a lot to deal with rude, arrogant prisoners who just, you know, if I unlocked somebody's door, they told me to fuck off, then they wouldn't get anything. You know, I wouldn't be wanting to help them, would you? You know, it's just common sense, isn't it? Anyway, you know, that's the prison thing, you know, but it doesn't cost anything just to be polite, you know. It's because the fact that you're serving a prison sentence doesn't mean that you can be spoken to like a piece of shit every time an officer speaks to you, or you speak to an officer, you know. So, and that's the way I am. Sometimes we all have bad days, and people know that. I mean, I have been rude to officers. You know, one time I had the arse over summer, and she kept telling me, I had this razor in my hand, and she kept saying to me, put the razor down, put the razor down. And this is the woman who's on the ITV programme. You know, the Brummy one. I won't say her name. Anyway, she kept telling me to put the razor down, and no. She's I'm going to give you one last order. Put it down. And to be honest, I was only being an arsehole. I wouldn't have used it on myself or anybody. I was just being an arsehole. Anyway, next minute, the Mufti squad are in, and I've got a bloody a plastic screen thing under my nose, and they're trying to take my nose off, you know, with it. They know the little pressure points. Of course, I went mad then, and because I recognised one of the screws, I said, "Listen, you cunt," and all that, you know. Told him how I wasn't worried of him and all that, and like you do when you lose your temper. But you know that's something that, you know, I believe they have to work on, but they won't, will they? But there are, like that when I started off at Armley Prison, you know, the prison officers there were just absolute fucking animals. It's like the police. So the police in the 60s and 70s, if you were arrested over something, you had hiding. You know, I remember my dad telling me that when he was alive. You know, you had hiding. You know, you were lucky if you came out without black eyes. Anyway, yes, that's how it is. But I think the prison service is getting better. You know, that doesn't. No, that was a bit silly. No, it can be getting better with the right management. But they've tried everything else. They've tried ruining it, fucking it up, giving you nothing, stopping smoking. You know, why don't they try doing something fucking constructive for prisoners? Perhaps they might lose their jobs then, you know. Who knows? But who knows? Anyway, respect Cody and all you guys, and especially to Big Q with the racism thing. I thought that was really brave, you know, for him to come and say that, because I have seen racism in prison, and Asian guys getting called a dirty packy and stuff like that. It's not right, and it's got to stop somewhere, innit? So I think that was a really brave upload. Yes, respect to you for that, my bruv. Yeah, respect. Anyway, later.